situation better, because these people are not quitting trying to make every situation, like all these situations, as horrible as they can make them. But there is another side in this. The majority of human beings are like that. When tasked with something like this and something dark, they will step up to the plate and they will fight. They will fight for life, and they will fight for innocent people. They just don't know. This is all a confused, compartmentalized thing. So, they just don't know, and that's why awareness is so important for me. Defense while we wait, because I do have knowledge that like a lot of this buffering stuff does work, and the more this is accepted, the more that our defenses will be accepted. We'll be able to live normal lives with our defenses, even if this program isn't stopped soon. There are other avenues that we're not thinking of. But I do hope and pray that it will stop as soon as possible. I'm trying to think what else is going on. I got a comment because I was doing the vehicular stalking. I was driving around with my camera. I'm driving around right now, but I'm not videotaping the vehicular stalking, which is going on. I get one light cars, just a handful of sheriff and city police cars, so that's toned down a lot. I think they've been working on me so long, it's just kind of getting half-assed, and everybody's really tired. Even the torturers they're just they're getting really tired. I forget what I was gonna say. But so it's not going too bad, but it's a little bit worse than it was like 2 days ago. Kind of goes up and down, with what kind of defenses. I think it does have to do with also how clean you are, so you don't have the toxins on you to interact with the directed energy. So there's a lot of factors going into it. But I hope all you guys are doing good. Making that, I made that Facebook page, and in a couple of days I just keep getting friend requests and friend request after friend request from all these target individuals, and it just doesn't stop. There's so many of them out there. There's so many of us out there. It sucks to see that, but that is gonna be a turning point. If there's so many people, they can't control it, and they can't, nobody's like really stabilizing how many people are getting put on this list or being attacked. And then if we defend and they have to get more resources, it really will tip it over to where at least awareness will come across. So we've got to keep going. You don't know what's going to happen from day to day. Like, I have to keep reminding myself, and we're all human, so we'll all get down and depressed about this. It's the biggest thing I can think of somebody going through all the time torture, and it's like your own, it's your neighbors doing it to you. It's people who are ex-military doing it, and other people, civilians, that we should be protecting each other. Instead, we're lying and cooking each other and all this stuff. It's very sad, and y'all know I say all this stuff all the time, over and over and over again. But I will keep just making videos, even if I do say stuff over and over again, because like I was telling somebody on the conference call, it's like, and I know this isn't true because nobody'd watch the video if it was just blank space, but just to make a point, I was like, I could have a video that's just blank and I'm not saying anything, and people will comment down below, give good suggestions or good support to all other target individuals, or some good idea for defense. So that, it's like, that's one of the greatest things about the videos, is not me kind of babbling about it. And I am, like, since my 35th birthday, I'm trying to pull it together. This is serious business, and it will go away. So if it's gonna go away, we've got to make it happen faster. I mean, and this kind of program, it cannot, like, I know like a little bit about sociology. I'm not like I don't have a master's in sociology, but this stuff can't last because a country will crumble, and we don't want our country to crumble. So I mean, it will end. It's just how fast it will end, and I say that all the time. A funny little anecdote, because I was driving around doing the vehicular stalking. I got a comment from a guy, and I kind of think it was a perp. And usually I don't even respond to him, but I said, he was like, look at this guy with his camera out, with his camera out, driving around, trying to, film cars. What a self-centered prick, and it's like, it's funny because that's the last thing I would ever want to do. I know how crazy I look to some people. Like, it's not self-centered because, like, I don't want to talk about this stuff. Like, I don't want to go around and, like, a lot of target individuals will be like, hey, don't pay attention to it. Don't be scared by it. And I understand where they're coming from. They're trying to give me good advice, but, I want to document all of this. And, I definitely, like, I'm going to guinea pig a lady on the conference call last week talked about the, night vision camera with infrared, that she was actually getting sightings of the beams hitting her. So I'm really going to do that. I'm going to go around this guy's house with it, because I still own the property next to him. We still own that. See if I can get anything coming out of his house, and I'm gonna use it in my townhome. It's time to start collecting, like, really solid evidence, as solid as we can get it. And it's hard to grasp this stuff, to get solid evidence. I mean, not to grasp it like thinking wise, but it's time to get some solid evidence. It's time to start moving forward. Not to say that, like, testimonies aren't good. Testimonies and videos, like, that my Facebook page is going to connect up with my YouTube page, and I'm going to get more people, more target individuals getting good information. Like, I don't know everything about this, but I do have good instincts. I feel blessed by God that I've learned so much by being attacked by it, just because of how my perception works. Like, I can kind of tell, what's being used on me, because I've dealt with an autoimmune disorder. So God had to teach me very, very fast who I was. When I was 10, I started having Crohn's, and I basically had it, I have it all my life. You have Crohn's all your life. It's gone into remission and come back. But to get through that pain, and it did affect, it affected my mood and stuff like that. So I had to really, really know myself to struggle through that. And I understand why God did that now, because I'm a million times stronger in this. A lot of the remote neural monitoring is so funny because it comes from nowhere. There's no context with a phrase or an image, and it's not me, and I know it instantly. They can lie about it or whatever, but I know, like, I know deep down, who I am. I like my mind, my body. I know how it works, and that's the best way that you can really defend against this, because sometimes, your technological defenses won't work all the way, health defenses won't work all the way, but if you know yourself, you can get through pain, you can get through a lot of the more bizarre stuff. That's also something I want to talk about, and I'm gonna get with my friend Jeff. He's a targeted individual who has a page. He's very, like, and if we could mesh, because I use a lot of technology and civilian technology from Q-Wave, Altera whole house plugs. I try and I'm like, I don't know, I've tried the Shungite, and it seems to be working very well. It doesn't seem to build a field around me or buffer what they're shooting at me, but it seems to affect like the cumulative buildup of some of this stuff, which is really great. It gives me a lot more energy. But if I did the things that I did, and I went running the other day to to kind of cleanse the toxins out of my system, and I felt a lot better after that. But you know, he has a regimen, like a health regimen, you know, supplements and vitamins and things that can actually strengthen your cell membranes. It can strengthen the myelin sheaths on your nervous system to make those stronger. It can strengthen your brain. Like, I'm gonna start really going over to that part too, and then in having my defenses, my technological defenses, and having that. But I think that's a really good idea. I think he gets through it probably about, I guess, I don't know, we talk, but you know, and he's not a big complainer. He's more of just like, yeah, we're gonna, you know, get through this. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And that's really what we have to do. You know, you can't get caught up in like, oh, this is hard and I just wanted to stop. And we all go through that. Like, we all go through that. I've gone through that like a lot. But the best way to be about this is like, what can I do about it today? And I guess I got off of that story. The guy, he said, he was like, look at this, you know, look at this guy, you know, what a self-centered prick. And, you know, that's the last thing. I don't want attention about this, because, like, I work for a charity, and, like, I'm worried that Facebook page will get connected in some way, or somebody in the charity will know about it, and it will hurt that, you know, hurt what I'm trying to do for St. Jude, my mother, and everybody in the, there's a fire rescue truck. But I do worry about that. I don't worry about, you know, people knowing who I am. I'm not ashamed of this, because it is happening. But I just want to protect my loved ones, and I do want to, like, definitely protect the like business that I help, because it is helping cancer kids. And that's, I mean, he's made some volleys at that charity to kind of wreck it, to just wreck what I'm doing, and kind of kind of mess with the computers and stuff like that. Very, very evil, you know, attacking charities and stuff like that. You know, I saw a video where, you know, a husband and wife were both being attacked, and something like that, where a husband and wife are both being hit with directed energy weapons, remote neural monitoring, and no one will listen to them, and they had the same experiences. I mean, you know, what is that? Is that, it's like, oh, they have the same type of schizophrenia, the husband and wife, so now we're going to have, like, you know, spouses that this schizophrenia is, you know, contagious or something. Seems like it's, like, somebody told me that once. They were like, you know, they're just going to start saying that schizophrenia happens later in life. They're just going to, like, kind of start saying all this stuff psychologically to make it kind of fit into this program. Yeah, I hope they don't go that way, but this program was tailor-made to make people look crazy, and there's protocol for when people are saying that people are following them around, or people are persecuting them, or people are torturing them. There's already psychiatric protocol made, you know, for that stuff. And I've gotten off of that story twice, but what I said to this guy when he was saying I was a self-centered prick was, I just laughed about it. I was like, well, somebody's got to do it, and I just, you know, laughed. And I know, like, his comment was very, very, very spiteful. And that's amazing to me, even if he was just some civilian who doesn't know what's going on with this, to say something like that about something where people are being hurt is just, it's very, it's very, very low thinking, petty thinking. And that's the type of people who do participate in this. They have very simplified, reduced feelings for humanity. They like stuff, though. They like trucks, and they like new cars, and they like money. They don't like humans a whole lot. I don't think they dislike them or like them. I just don't think they think they're that important. They think that it's just kind of like they're important, they can do anything, and the people around them, you know, are just kind of made for them. Like, I don't know if I mentioned this on one of my videos, but if y'all see watch the movie if you ever get time. It's called The Perfect Getaway, and it's about, and I don't want to give it away, but there's a sociopath in it, and he's like a murdering